What if the money you earn could feel simple, not overwhelming? The 50-30-20 rule could unlock steadiness you didn't think was possible. This video breaks down the 50-30-20 rule in practical terms. It shows how to apply it with real numbers for American paychecks and life. First, the rule in plain terms. After taxes, divide your income into 3 buckets. 50% goes to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings and debt payoff. Needs aren't just rent. They include housing, utilities, groceries, transportation, insurance, healthcare, and minimum debt payments. Wants are the extras that improve your life but aren't essential. Think dining out, streaming services, hobbies, travel, and the latest gadgets. Savings and debt payoff cover emergencies, retirement, and paying down debt beyond the minimum. It's okay to split this bucket as your priorities shift. To start, you need your take-home pay, not gross income. Your gross pay minus taxes, retirement contributions, and other deductions tells you what you actually have. Before you allocate anything, track a month of spending. Write down every dollar you earn and every dollar you spend. You can use a simple spreadsheet, a budgeting app, or a notebook. Pick what fits your habits and stick with it. At the end of the month, total each bucket. Check how close you came to 50, 30, and 20, and note where you were off. Let's list typical needs: housing, utilities, groceries, transportation, insurance, healthcare, and minimum debt payments. If you regularly spend more in this category, look for ways to trim costs. Wants are where you can cut first when money gets tight. You might pause some subscriptions, dine out less, or swap a vacation for a shorter trip closer to home. Savings and debt payoff should be the last 20%. Start with an emergency fund, then retirement, and finally extra debt payments. Make it automatic. Set up monthly transfers so the 50, 30, and 20 split happens without you deciding every month. If you carry high-interest debt, you can give more weight to the debt payoff part of the 20% while still keeping the other buckets. For people with irregular pay, use a base income and then adjust monthly. Build a small cushion so bad months don't ruin the plan. Now let's walk through a concrete example you can reuse in your own budget. Say you bring home $4,500 after tax each month. 50% for needs would be $2,250, 30% for wants would be $1,350, and 20% for savings and debt would be $900. Needs include rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, transportation, insurance, and minimum debt payments. If rent rises, you might shrink other areas in the needs bucket or adjust your wants. Wants in this budget could cover dining out, streaming services, hobbies, and occasional travel. If you need to cut, reduce wants first, then adjust needs only if necessary. Savings and debt payoff would be $900. You could put $500 into an emergency fund and $400 toward extra debt payments or retirement. Set up 3 accounts or 3 clear categories: a checking account for daily spending, a savings account for emergencies, and a separate fund for debt or retirement. For couples, have a joint plan and a monthly check-in. Decide together what counts as needs, wants, and savings. Be careful of needs creeping up. New bigger apartment, new car, higher bills. Subscriptions can quietly drain your budget if you don't review them. The benefit of this rule is consistency. It gives you a simple target flagging success or trouble without complex math. People in expensive cities can still use the framework. They may start with a bigger needs share or a smaller wants share and move toward 50, 30, 20 as income grows. Here is a quick 30-day plan to start. Track every dollar for the first 2 weeks, then set your first 50, 30, and 20 budget in week 3, and tweak in week 4. Each month, review what worked and what didn't. If you overspend in needs, look for efficiency. If you underspend in savings, increase the automatic transfers. Over time, consistent savings and investing in your 20% can compound. Small, regular steps can become real wealth when you stay on track. Imagine a month where bills are predictable, debt goes down, and you still enjoy the things you love within a clear limit. Recap: after-tax income, split 50% needs, 30% wants, 20% savings and debt payoff. Track, automate, review, and adjust. Today's action: start tracking your money and write down your current after-tax income and your basic needs, wants, and savings. Don't aim for perfection from day one. Aim for a workable rhythm you can keep for months. If you found this helpful, like this video, subscribe for more practical money tips, and leave a comment with your plan or a question. See you next time.